Uh, it's been a while since I talked to you, and one of the reasons for that is because the weather's been terrible, and also inside of the house it's dark at the end of the day, so it's really hard to do any filming since they just have those temporary lights up. But what I did want to show you was we're all done with the land clearance, and this is what we've got. My wife and I are really happy with this. Yeah, it was painful getting here. There's a gigantic bonfire. We'll wait for the snow to get down before we do that. There's a big old oak tree. Might be harvesting that. But one of the issues that we had here was when they opened this pit initially, they pushed all the material into the tree line here, so the water would come down and it didn't have anywhere to run. So, you know, now I had them reach in there and pull that all back and level it out. So now whenever we get any water, it should be able to just run down through here and then down into the lake. So what I'll do now is I'll go up in the house. It's midday, so we should have some decent light up there. And I know the plumber just left. I don't know if he plans on coming back or not. But I'll give you an update inside now that we can actually see what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go up to the house and I'll do that. I might stop and show you my rock pile over there because I think it looks cool. Well, there's my rock pile. Of course, when they went to backfill the septic system, you can't have these gigantic rocks like I've covered in here, or else you're going to destroy them pipes. So, you know, we're looking for a place to put them. And for now, I mean, this may be a temporary permanent location, but where the cleanouts are, those two white cleanouts that you see over there, we might have them just take some of these rocks and kind of place them around them just to protect them so they don't get hit. And yeah, that way at least hopefully nothing gets destroyed. We may put some around the wellhead, but I'm a little leery of that because if there's an issue with the well and have to bring the drilling rig back, then they'd have to move these rocks. So we probably won't do that. Now that I think about it, I might make like a wishing well type thing. I've got an old manual pump that we may kind of incorporate in that. But yeah, here's another vantage point of the field. Again, sorry about the road noise. Still some work to do right in front of my black trailer right here. That's going to have to get whittled down some more next year, but of course that that topsoil pile is kind of in the way. So, all right, let's head up into the house and I'll show you what's taking place there. Whew, it's actually pretty cold out there. Ground's all frozen. So this is the front entry and the closet. Yeah, not much to talk about there. Walk through here. This will be the living room, obviously, with a big picture window. Again, nothing too spectacular here. We'll probably set the TV in this corner here. Again, I may have covered a lot of this stuff already. Originally, this little wall wasn't here, but we are kind of struggling to find a place to put the TV because we don't want to put it over there. So just had to build out that wall a little bit so we had more space to kitty corner a TV. Walking through here, this is going to be the pantry. There'll be an upright freezer right in front of you when you walk in, and then cabinets, countertop, and sink. Going to be sitting right here. Yeah, the garage is gotten cluttered up a bit, but the electricians have run their, I don't think they've finished over there, but they've done a lot of electrical work. So yeah, there'll be a small little, I'll call it a bar sink there, and I can't remember if there's anything there or not. Maybe more cabinets. Then it's going to be all shelves all the way around in here. So this is a good sized pantry. It might be even a little larger than the one we had in Ontario before we moved. Okay, so this is where the kitchen is going to be sitting. Fridge is going to be sitting here, so we had to make sure to move because the door opens this way. So we same thing with the freezer. We didn't want issues with that too. So I think the door fridge goes this way. I don't know. We've bought so much stuff that I don't know what's going on anymore. So anyway, there is going to be a fridge there, countertop, cabinets, uppers up here. They'll be tucked in underneath of this by probably about a foot or so. And there's going to be a farmhouse sink right here. Again, I may have covered all this stuff. Again, this is all countertops. I think there's going to be a big tower type thing here. Cabinets come down. Washer is here somewhere. I think it's on this side. And I don't know if the stove's there or not. It's been, I don't know. Again, maybe the stove's, I don't know. I just, it's, at times all of it is very overwhelming because, you know, you're trying to pick things out. And, you know, I've more or less said to my wife that, you know, the house is hers. So, you know, basically pick up what you want. And if it's not like, whoa, you know, then we'll put it in. The only thing that concerns me, and even my builder told me this, that, you know, we've got that black door, and I'm just worried about it. To me, it's probably going to always appear dirty. Like there's always going to be kind of, especially the first year we're living here, it's going to be really bad because, I mean, it's nothing but mud. There's no grass. So anyway, at times trying to figure things out and try and, you know, contractors will ask, where do you want this? And I don't know. And the thing is, I'm here on site because I work right next door. But a lot of these decisions my wife and I need to make and should make together. So that's another thing. But anyway, things are moving along. If I haven't shown that already, that's how they're going to build out that cathedral ceiling. And I don't know if it's going to be the same thing over here or not. The only thing that we're kind of thinking about, we're not sure, well, you can see where the drywall will come down and then go straight into the hallway. And we're debating on putting in just a little kind of, you know, little header there just to define the space. But haven't totally figured that out. You can see all the venting also for the plumber. You know, it's just one guy doing all of this, and you know, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. More venting over here. Again, that's going to be all closed in up there. What else? That's probably about it for this room. Yeah, that door doesn't belong here. That actually belongs on another job site. All the doors and windows are in. They had them left out for the slab to dry, and now they're all in, so that's good. It's definitely warmer in here than it is outside right now. That wind's actually got quite a bite to it. I'll cover this all over again because things may have changed. So on the right here, this is going to be the washer and dryer room, the laundry room. And if you're wondering what this structure is, that is a pocket door. So there's going to be a pocket door to go into here. You can see the washer and dryer and all of the plumbing set up for that. I think once the electricians get in here that, well, he's still got to run his pressure side. All he's been concentrating on are drains and vents. And then once that's done, he'll put in all of the pressure delivery water side. Now this looks like it should be a door, but it's actually not. This is, again, another pocket door here for the basement. So they need to leave a space like this so that they can put this structure in. So that's actually not the entrance. The entrance is down here. So you walk into this room. This is going to be my wife's office. She works from home, does IT from home remotely. So that's what she'll be doing in here. And we're going to probably put in 2 drop-down Murphy beds, like one in this room and then one in that room over there, which will be my office. And that way, when we have company, drop these beds down and they can stay on them, and you don't have to go downstairs, because we're not, at this point, we're not so sure when we're going to be able to finish the basement. Money's starting to get up there, so we're going to have to see how that goes. We may just kind of pick away at that and buy flooring one month and buy the drop ceiling in the next month, and so on and so on. And then once we've got it all, then put it in. But the other thing too is that's another closet, linen closet. They just cut out all of these sole plates here not too long ago. So this again is going to be another spare bedroom, but this is going to be my office. And since I do my voiceovers, we're going to insulate this wall for noise, because she's on the phone a lot with people, and of course it's kind of irritating when you're trying to do a voiceover. But yeah, I don't know, I'll set my desk up here, and again, we'll have probably another Murphy bed, drop down Murphy bed here, and again, that way it's a second and third bedroom when people need it. We have our kids home. Now this here, I'll go back to here. This is the main bathroom. Again, there's going to be, I believe, a 42-inch vanity sitting here. There's the throne. And of course, now we got some daylight. You might be able to see that better. We do plan on putting glass doors on these. The other thing too was, with this space, we're really unsure what to do with it. If you tried to make a closet and then trim it, I mean, the thing would be really small. So what we're going to do is, well, what our cabinet maker is going to do is make a drop-in insert in there, and it'll have a nice door on it. And on this side, it will be for towels and toilet paper and all this other stuff. And on the other side, I think my wife says that she just wants to put shelves in there now. So for knickknacks or whatever. So that's what's happening there. These bedrooms, don't quote me on this, but I think this is, well, yeah, 12 by 16. My office is a little smaller. It's probably close. Yeah, same. But I think that room is a little bit larger. But it's just an office for me, and she works full time, so that's why she gets the big one. Yeah, there's the tub, if I haven't shown that to you. Honestly, I didn't really want a pocket door here. I prefer a normal door that you can close, you can lock. But again, it's just going to be her and I, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But we want it to have the door swing this way, but if we did, it would hit the tub. So we're going to have to stick with the original pocket door idea. Coming in here, you can see it's now roughed out for the double sink long vanity. I think the vanity is something like 7 feet tall. And then on the end will be a tower again for towels and TP and you name it. There's another throne right there. And again, same tub enclosure as the main bathroom. And again, this will have glass doors on it. Now, we really debated on doing a tile shower. But as we get older here, I told her, I said, as we get older, it's going to be tougher to clean things and look after things. And I think that the smart thing is to put in an enclosure like this that's easy to maintain and look after, instead of a tile shower. Don't get me wrong, I really like the look of a tile shower, but moving forward, I mean, and I think that it'd be a lot more expensive to put in than this. So that's another reason. That's probably the main reason why we didn't go with anything else, and other than you know, the pre-made drop-in tubs. Moving forward in our lives, I don't know. It's just something that we're going to want things that are easy to look after, and a tile shower is not one of them. All right, let's go downstairs, and I'll show you what's taking place down there. All right, here we are down in the basement. I'll start over here. Again, this will be a future bedroom, spare bedroom. Big rooms too. Now there's no closet in here yet, but it's still a really large room. And that's, if you haven't seen how they installed the electrical in these ICF foundations, that's how it's done. They use an electric chainsaw, and they just cut a little groove. Then they'll put the wire in here, and then once the wire's in there, then they'll spray foam it, and then that's it. Here's the panel location. Again, right up there is where the meter base is going to be on the front of the house. There's no I guess the main breaker's in there, but they haven't really gotten much done for electrical work. So there will be a closet here, and again, this is going to be a future bathroom. This will all be plumbed in. If we see a good buy on a vanity, we'll buy that and maybe get that installed too. As far as what the flooring is going to be done down here, not exactly sure. I think maybe a tile floor down here would be good. And of course, we can end it here and then go with whatever. Again, this room, other than the electrical plugs in the walls, that's pretty much all that's been done. Still got a spray foam around those windows yet. And yeah, that's all dug out for the P-trap that goes underneath the tub. And this is a tub, different from the ones upstairs. So anyway, I'm not exactly sure. I imagine the closet's going to get built in this area here. Yeah, there's quite a spider web of drains and vents over there. Yeah, anyway, the reason why there's no channels cut in any of this is because this is going to be all the stud wall from there all the way down to the end, and then that way they can hide their piping in there. Kind of thought they would have done the wall first, but maybe they just plan on pulling it out. I'm not sure. And if you're wondering why that's there, if you missed the other episodes, of course, this is where our bar is going to be. So we're going to have a U-shaped bar. It's going to come out, and then 45, and then in. And so that's why there's plumbing there. Again, still need to run the pressure lines and all that for a future sink. In the utility room, pressure tank is in. So that's the well line coming in, and this is the line going to my workshop and security camera wires. Yeah, I guess the furnace is going to be sitting in this location, and down in this end will be all shelves, storage areas for whatever. The other thing I'll tell you about, now you can see where the plumber has run his waste pipes here. So right in line here, up to the ceiling, there's going to be a bulkhead that runs all the way along, and it'll run all the way down to the other end, and then that way the HVAC guy can get his lines in. And I didn't think that the bulkhead was going to be this wide, but I think that it's going to look aesthetically better if the bulkhead starts here and goes all the way across to there, and then that will be all kind of one area. And I think that that's probably the way that it should be done. But these are 9-foot ceilings in here. I should mention this. So you should still have 8 feet under your bulkheads. So that's another bonus to putting in a 9-foot basement. Our last place in Ontario was 9 foot too. All right, well, that's your update for now. When the electricians are here this coming week, I should mention this is Saturday, so hopefully the electricians can get in here and get a full week in here, and you know, maybe by the end of the week. I don't know how much more work the plumber's got to do. Brian is his name. And I don't know, is it easier to run your pressure lines than your waste pipes? I'm thinking maybe it is. So possibly he could be done next week too, and then they just have to wait for an inspection, and then they can insulate. But anyway, that's it. I will give you an update as we go here. All right. The electrician's telling me that they're all done upstairs here. So I'll give you an update on what's going on. But essentially, we are ready for insulation, vapor barrier, and drywall. I'll turn the camera around here and I'll show you what has taken place. So yeah, I guess I'll walk into the pantry here. Yeah, just your normal plugs. Again, there'll be a counter here with a sink, so that's why that's there. This is going to be all shelves on this side, so there's no need for outlets. Got another one down there. So that's all good. Not sure if I showed this or not, but that is essentially the footprint of the island and where it's going to be sitting. And again, fridge is going to be here, countertop, stove's going to be here, countertop, sink, countertop, and then a tower on the end here. Yeah, lots of three-way switches and four-way switches. That's the microwave plug, so that's why it's like that. It's going to be into the cabinet. Yeah, that looks good. I think they're missing a plug here. There's one over there. I wanted a boot dryer, and I could have swore we were going to put a plug on this side. So I'll have to talk to Marcel about that. I'm not going to talk about it here because nothing's changed really since I showed it last, but it is ready for drywall as well. I should say insulating, vapor barrier, and then drywall. Yeah, this is going to be lights for the 3 lights over the island that are up here. So there's going to be 3 pendant lights hang down over the island, so that will be a switch for there, and then a switch for the light that's going to be hanging above the sink. I can't remember what that is. And yeah, there's quite a there's a lot of things out here. So there's a plug outside that we want it switched. There's a switch for some fans that are going to be outside. There's a 3-way switch to turn the lights off in the kitchen area here, the pot lights. Oh yeah, I should mention that now this is all vapor barriered and ready for insulating as well. And I can't remember. There's too many lights, too many lights and too many switches. Same thing here. Again, these are just a lot of 3-way switches for the living room, for the kitchen. Yeah, that's for the HRV and the heat pump. Nothing exciting over here. They asked us if we wanted a plug up high on the wall. We've got a unit that our TV sits on that's this high anyway, so we said, nah, we're not going to bother with that. If we do decide to mount it on the wall, there'll be a cord hanging down. Don't really care. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know if much has changed in here. Again, this is the laundry room. Plumber's got all of his lines in now. Yeah, electrical is there. Yeah, I think everything's all tickety-boo there. Don't really like how that is choking off this hallway, but it's kind of weird, but that's just the way that they're made. That's a pocket door for here. That way we don't have any swinging doors here. So this is a pocket door, and this is a pocket door as well. It's just a really kind of tight area to have all these swinging doors, so that's why we went with pocket doors. Not a huge fan of pocket doors. I don't know if I've said that or not, but anyway, it is what it is. This is the main floor bathroom. Yep, looks like she's all ready to go. Plumber's all done his rough in. I'm sure that I probably showed all of this already, but I'll show it again. So yeah, this is my wife's office slash spare bedroom. Pretty standard. Plug, plug, plug. 5 plugs in this room. Should be lots. Another plug here for the hallway. There's probably more. Yeah, there's another one there up there. So this is going to be my office slash spare bedroom again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plugs in here. That should be plenty. As we walk into the master bedroom, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plugs in this bedroom, so that's going to be good. Again, another pocket doors installed. We've decided the plumbing for this is a tower that sits on the floor, so it's going to come right over the end here. We figured that it would be best because at this point, we don't really know, do you want to lay in the tub this way or do you want to lay in the tub this way? So it's going to, we debated on putting it back there, and then this way maybe you could push the tub closer to the wall, but I think we're just going to stick it right there. Again, there's going to be a plug there. Yeah, the vanity's all plumbed in and ready to go. We only went with 1 plug outlet here. At our last house, we only had, we had double sinks, and literally only 1 sink was ever used. The 2 sinks rarely got used, and the plug itself hardly ever got used either. So there was only seen the need to put 1 plug in. And yeah, that's it. Nothing more over here. I should mention that this is Friday, so they are done for the day, so I was able to get in here and do some filming. I cannot do daily updates. It is dark by the time these guys leave, and the lighting in here is just terrible. It's just not good at all. So the main floor, the whole main floor, except for that 1 plug over there, I'd like to see that get corrected. I'll have to talk to Marcel about that. Is ready. I don't think there's anything else. We can go downstairs and show you what has taken place down there, but I mean, it's not really much to speak of, but anyway, we'll go down and have a look downstairs. So yeah, really nothing's happened down here. Yep. So yeah, there's still lots of electrical work to do down here, but the main focus was getting everything roughed in upstairs, and then that way they can get the electrical inspection done and do the insulating, vapor barrier, drywall, and then mudding and taping. So that'll be, I don't know when that's going to be. I was talking to the electrician Marcel, and he says that they're probably not going to be back until January. They're going to take 2 weeks off at Christmas. We're only, I should mention this is the 29th of November. So, you know, we're starting to get into the Christmas season here. So, of course, you know, guys are going to take time off. But at least the upstairs were not held up. That's probably the biggest one. Biggest worry was being held up upstairs, and we're not going to be now. So, yeah, that's the update. I'll go upstairs, I'll walk out on the deck, and I'll show you what they've done out there. Have I mentioned to you that I like the way my backyard looks? All right, well, yeah, I thought they'd be running some lines up in here. Well, I guess they got a bunch hanging there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they've got their wires poked out for where the outlets are going to be. You can see the TV line hanging down there, and then I'm going to get another plug. I'm just surprised that they didn't run their wires. I guess they can do that up in the attic afterwards. It's not really that big of a deal, but I thought it might be easier to do it now. But I'm not an electrician, so if they didn't do it, they must not think that it's going to be that big of a deal to do it afterwards. So yeah, I don't even know if I've covered this much, but she wants these this black hardware. We'll see how that, or what it looks like in the future. I'm just saying that I'm not a big fan of the black hardware, and I think that's going to be an issue, but we'll see. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. The next video will be insulation, vapor barrier, drywall. I don't know if we'll do crack filling, because that will be probably a month to 6 weeks before that's all done. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're in a holding pattern right now with Christmas coming up. There's, you know, contractors are going to be pretty scarce, so I'm not really sure how far it's going to go here before Christmas. I think this may be it. I'm hoping that, you know, when my builder has a rainy day, they're going to come here and insulate and vapor barrier at least. I think the electrical inspection, it's either happened or it's going to happen here very shortly, and then they can do that. But anyway, I think that I'm going to end this video here, because I have no idea how long this is going to be. The next video, I'll certainly cover the insulating and vapor barrier. They're going to blow in cellulose insulation in all of the attic space up here. And yeah, I don't know if I did show that, but that's how they're going to close that all off. Got some structure to put their drywall on now. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here, because I mean, I just don't really know. It could be weeks before we see any more progress, just because of the holidays. But anyway, if you enjoyed this content, please leave a like down below. And of course, don't forget that hype button. If you want to see more of this content, please let me know in the comment section. And of course, what you think about the build. I would really appreciate it. Well, have yourselves a good one, and we'll see you down the road sometime. Hopefully sooner than later. Take care.